The next fight is a kickboxing in the light middleweight division. In the red corner, weighing in at 70 kg, fighting out of GMMA with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. Please put your hands together for Behir Bytyci.
And our 5th bout of the evening will be a kickboxing bout. Entering for the red corner is Behir Bytyci, 24 years old, with a kickboxing record of 2 wins and 1 loss.
And ladies and gentlemen, in the blue corner, weighing in at 72 kilograms, fighting out of Twickenham Martial Arts Academy with a record of no wins, no losses and 1 draw. Please put your hands together for Mansoor, the handsaw, Rooz!
Mansoor Rooz entering for the blue corner, a very young fighter, only 18 years old. Mansoor has a kickboxing record of only 1 draw, but a boxing record of 1 and 2. Mansoor fighting out of Twickenham. Let's see if that will give him the home crowd advantage.
So a bit more experience with both fighters now. Bytyci with 3 fights under his belt, 2 wins, 1 loss, and Rooz with 4 fights. Boxing, 1 fight, 2 losses, and kickboxing, 1 draw. So we can see a bit more maturity now in the fighters, a bit more experience showing itself.
Now Mansoor having fought on this show before, we have had the pleasure of seeing him fight. Let's see if that will give him a little bit more expertise than we have previously seen, seeing him advance at such a young age.
Here we go, round 1.
Again, this will be a full contact kickboxing bout, all kicks above the waist, sweeps only allowed if they are boot to boot.
Mansoor straight in there, bringing Bytyci to the ground.
Has to be careful.
Just lost balance though, nothing particularly clean landed.
Mansoor must be careful about striking a grounded opponent though.
Rooz light on his feet, spinning back kick from Bytyci there, both showing their kickboxing experience. Big right hands coming in there as well. Big right hand from Rooz, very, very dangerous.
Bytyci the aggressor early on, but Mansoor with a little bit more boxing experience. Will that help him tonight?
Bytyci looking to bring the fight to him really hard now.
Lovely uppercut from Mansoor Rooz.
Mansoor looking to be very clever in his approach, not letting Bytyci get ahead of him.
Mansoor walking into a straight hand from Behir.
Behir very dangerous with that right hand. Mansoor's going to have to watch out for that one.
Mansoor
good combos though, finishing up with the leg.
And again placing that cross from Rooz.
Have to be a bit careful, he's dropping his guard. Good punch combination there from Rooz.
Lovely straight hands. and
the
a
Superman getting clever. Getting very confident.
The delivery on that shot, very impressive from Rooz,
needs to
showing a
watch
little
out,
bit more
though.
polish.
Still needs to watch out there. Bytyci very dangerous with that right hand. He's looking to land it.
But I would like to see Rooz with his hands a little bit tighter, especially considering the power of Bytyci.
He's taking the Michael Page approach to fighting. Hands down, hands down. Oh, good cross there, good speed. Again, showing that kickboxing points fighting pedigree. Ooh.
A very good first round, definitely showing we are no longer watching debutees. With a little bit more experience from both fighters, should be a wonderful evening of fights.
Yeah, good technical first round actually, really good, wasn't it? Good hands, good movement, really, both of them very light on their feet. Very dangerous right hand that Bytyci's looking to land, but Rooz doing a really good job of moving, distancing, keeping away from it, doing some clean hands, both using their legs.
Especially Rooz with those unorthodox techniques, almost formless. It seems he has the capacity to land some very interesting shots tonight.
Here we go, going to the start of the second round. Rooz taking it straight into Bytyci. Spin kick there, not quite landing from Bytyci. Rooz coming, laying in with the punches.
Very impressed with Rooz's use of range. He's sticking to the end of his shots and maintaining as Bytyci
There's that
comes
right
forward. Bytyci looking for that big shot now. Ooh, lovely side kick to the face.
Good lead leg there from Rooz. Using that well to keep the distance, keep Bytyci at bay.
Bytyci throwing that back kick without too much setup. I'd like to see it a little bit cleaner.
Brilliant footwork from both of them, particularly Rooz, moving around the ring very nicely. Great distancing. Wild right kick. Bytyci lost the mouth guard.
A little pause in the action there.
Bytyci looks to me to be breathing a little bit harder as well.
Let's see who has the...
Rooz straight in, great confidence. Bytyci taking it to him though. Backing him up now, backing him up. Landed that right hand there. Oh, he's really looking for that right hand. Rooz going to really be careful. Good uppercut from Rooz. Good jab from Bytyci there. And again. Good use of that jab from Bytyci. Good lead leg. Reaching a bit with that cross, head down. He's going to have to keep his head up there, Rooz.
The problem with Rooz's unorthodox techniques is he does put himself in a few dangerous positions. If Bytyci can capitalize, he might cause some serious damage.
Both of them not quite so bouncy now. The engine's starting to wane a little bit. Again, going for Bytyci, finding that big right hand, not quite connecting with it. Last seconds of the second round. See if any significant shots get landed. Both of them tying up the clinch right now. Bytyci looking for those uppercuts. Rooz loving on that Superman punch. Not quite landing it, but it's good confidence.
It's been working. It looks impressive. I think Rooz using those more unorthodox techniques gives him a little bit of an advantage on the scorecards, even with Bytyci landing some of the more significant strikes.
And the crowd always loves a showboat.
Especially with that home crowd.
You've got to love a Superman punch. But Bytyci, very good hands, particularly dangerous with that right cross. Landed a couple of them now, and Rooz has felt that. So far not done too much damage, but it's very, very powerful, very swift.
Now Rooz has had some success with that lead leg side kick. If he utilises that a little bit more, he might be able to edge this in his favour going into the third and final round.
He's he's done well with using it to keep Bytyci at bay, keep him away from it as well, because Rooz has a slight reach advantage as well. So he's got to keep him away. Coming in for the third and final round. Really good fight this. Great display from both fighters. Both very, very able.
Fast hands to begin from Rooz.
Rooz straight in with the 1-2, and again.
Lovely
Quick
overhand
1-2, quick
cross
1-2.
from there.
He's got his hands up. Bytyci really pressuring him now, really backing him up, and he's coming back. Rooz coming back.
And there's that side kick.
Bytyci
very well.
advancing again, big right hand.
But well evaded from Rooz.
And again, really trying to land that. Good head movement from Rooz though, not letting it clock him. He's got to watch out if he's going to do these, letting his hands drop when his legs come up. Bytyci backing him up.
Really looking to finish this fight. I think he
right
knows
hand
he may
there
be
from Rooz.
behind on the scorecards.
Lovely maturity from Rooz. Ooh, good left. I think that rocked him a little bit, but he's looking good.
Both fighters showing a lot of heart.
Good head movement from Rooz there. Great punches.
Lovely
Good
uppercut on the
there.
inside.
Bytyci tying him up. Bytyci's very dangerous with his hands.
A little warning from the referee there. I like to see a few more combinations from both fighters, mixing up those hands and legs. They've both shown the ability to throw those legs. Let's blend them together a little bit more.
Rooz needs to be a little bit careful there. When he throws that lead leg side, he is dropping his hands and it's leaving him slightly vulnerable, especially if he overcommits and falls forward afterwards. It's bringing himself in range.
That is that problem with the unorthodox
Good jab
style of
there.
Rooz.
Rooz
And a
really
lovely
pushing
kick.
forward now. Rooz pushing him forward. Now Bytyci pressing in again. Right hand coming over the top, looking to land. Bytyci pushing forward. Good hand work. That's time.
What an excellent fight from both fighters.
Mastery from both guys there. Really, really good. Very impressive. Really good control from Rooz. Moving around. Great hands from Bytyci. Deadly right hand.
Now, John, who would you have given that fight to?
Rooz is the slightly tipped it in my opinion. His movement around the ring was good. I think he landed more significant shots. Bytyci had more knockout power, but he never quite managed to get a clean shot with that right hand. Rooz did a really good job of just moving his head, moving around, keeping the distance. I'd say he controlled the distance more fully.
I have to
landed
agree.
significant shots.
I think Bytyci landed some very solid punches.
Really solid.
But Rooz, he kept going, he maintained his movement, his reach, and landed with quantity and a fair few significant shots of his own.
Rooz had a plan, he stuck to it. He maintained the distance. He never let himself get sucked into a brawl. Did really, really well. But very, very impressed with Bytyci as well. So we'll see which way the judges go though. That's just our opinion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges have come to a decision. And it is a split decision. However, it's in favour of the blue corner.
What a wonderful fight from both opponents. Mansoor Rooz taking the win there.
I think a split decision is fair there as well. Both fighters really, really good. Very close call. With Rooz just edging it. Great job by both.